We're safe here, right? Brilliant idea, the Well of Souls. Plucks dead people out of the ether, rebuilds their body, and brings them back to life. At least that's what it was supposed to do. Guess we'll never know if it worked now. Alistar is remote enough that we don't get a lot of visitors, and with our research, fewer visitors means fewer questions. I just don't understand the Tuatha. I mean, most Fae aren't violent. The wild ones can be, but no more than any forest animal. But the Tuatha are some sort of cult among the Winter Fae. Before they invaded Arathel, no one could have imagined the Fae ever marching to war. We all knew Fominus was a genius, but I'll admit, even I had my doubts about him being able to bring the dead back to life. Guess the Tuatha weren't very pleased that it worked. Oh, you mean Agarth? He visits Hughes every once in a while. I never could figure out why they got along. He's friendly enough, if a bit odd. You should be able to find him in Gorhart, just down the road, past the ruins. You can't miss it. We should be safe here, at least a little. Oh.
You! I remember you. You're the one? How did you come back? How did you find me here? When I saw you with Edsel in the well, I ran. But it wasn't because I was afraid. I was coming to report that Hughes's experiment had succeeded. The Well of Souls is bigger than just one gnome's pet project. My contact pays well for information about its progress. I just send reports to make some money on the side. But I don't know how the Tuatha found out. This has nothing to do with them. I never wanted anyone to get hurt. I don't have... Okay, here. It's all I've got. Plus what I got paid for the information. I don't want any part of this. I'm going home to Odessa. Good riddance to Hughes and his dad. Leave me be! You. I remember you. You're the one? How did you come back? How did you No, I had no idea anything like that would happen. The Well of Souls is bigger than one gnome's pet project. My employer pays for information about its progress. I just send the reports to make some money on the side. I never wanted anyone to get hurt. I don't have... I don't want any... Good riddance to Hughes and his dad.
You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agarth. Maybe you can help an old fate weaver, eh? Did he? Poor old Fomerus Hughes. He respected the way the world works. What a shame. He's probably dead by now. The cards told me that the Well of Souls would work, but Hughes's success would come on the day of his death. He took it pretty well, honestly, although we did a lot of drinking after that. I suppose I could spare a little help in memory of Hughes, or in celebration of his success. Whichever. You're the one. Then that means... it all makes sense now. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming.
For God's flow!
What? How? What are you? The threads of fate. I've seen them before, but I've never seen anyone manipulate them like that. You just changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that? You just... Fate is the will of the gods. No mortal should be able to change it. How is that even possible? Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death. That would be my guess. He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for fate's plan, unlike most gnomes. That's fine, but you don't have to. But I can see that you're nervous. Relax. This is what fate weavers do. I'll be seeing your thread in the weave of fate. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much... Fate's weave is always hard to see. It's in motion, hard to make out, but undeniably there. Yours is just... missing. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine. Damn it, it's the truth. At least, I think it is. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that. Or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings, but we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east. I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower. Once I was Agarth the Unyielding, the Blade of Avgrum. I wrestled the Colossus Priestess and declined knighthood by the High King of the Fae. I was a hero of men, but that wasn't enough for me. I joined the Fate Weavers, hoping to find a way to conquer destiny itself. Turns out fate is the one thing I couldn't fight. You can find Arden's little cottage in the middle of Joven. Had to move there when he got run out of town. He's a damned good Fate Weaver, but that doesn't make you very popular. Especially not in dark days like these. The Tuatha aren't like any Fae I've ever known. They're cruel, bloodthirsty, and savage. Why, they're practically human. Hughes was always an odd one. Curious and determined as any of his kind, sure. He never shut up about his work. But he always knew what was important. He didn't worry about dying as long as he knew he'd get the well working. The Fate Weavers were once a great, unified order of sages from all the mortal races. We foretold the destinies of kings and gods. But that power takes a toll. Nobody likes bad news, and all the news in the world is getting worse. The Order splintered long ago. Now the old traditions are all but lost, and all I foretell is the fate of my beer. And I see it being empty soon. We are all threads in the tapestry of fate, measured, woven, and cut according to a great plan. Fate Weavers undertake the task of reading those threads. Our title always was a bitter lie, since we have no control over how that tapestry is woven. But you do. And when a Fate Weaver looks at your place in the weave, we see only the shapes of what you may choose to become. What could this all mean? Still here, huh? Can't quite decide if you want to hear what the cards say, can you? What could this all mean? Still here, huh? Can't quite decide if you want to hear what the card... That's just it. I don't know if you've got one. But that's why we're going to see Arden. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yulven. I'll meet you there.
What could this all mean?
Of all the songs in halls of lore, there echoes none more grand than Olane's many feats of might, the pure and lady of the light. She is a knight of golden knot. She is the cure seeker, the conscience of the summer fae. She is the heart of spring, of day.
Just stand back. The warden can't work when you're crowding so close. Go back to your business. Go on.
Yeah. I'm ready for this damn war to be over. I'm ready for our boys and girls to come home.
Don't tell anyone, but I once caught Ricker Egest embracing one of the monks from the mission. Quite scandalous.
Don't let your guard down. Did you hear that Nanny's apprentice calf disappeared? Just another strange occurrence.
Keep moving. This business doesn't concern you. Unless you're an expert scholar on the Fae, I'd suggest you move along. No reason to be out in the open with the Red Legion about. I'd never seen one of them until a day or so ago. It appears that a small group of warriors ventured inland to strike behind our lines. Believe the stories, friend. The Tuatha are mad. They have been touched by a dark magic. They are wholly corrupted, and they are the enemy. What are they? I'm not sure, but they've been here for longer than any of us can imagine. They're older than the trees. They have to be. They grew them. Humans and immortals cannot live together in peace, at least not forever. The peace we have with the Summer Court is unnatural. That's my opinion. Bandits, but no ordinary bandits. Surely you've heard of Red, the dead Idward. They say he drinks the blood of his captives, that he consumes their souls. Or perhaps those are just rumors. You should be fine if you stay inside the village. Once you go beyond the boundaries of Gorhart, however, your life is in your hands. I don't know if you noticed, but St. Odwig's mission closed its gate moments before that Fae's body turned up on the road. I don't like what that suggests. Not at all. You might call it a Fae nation, one of two united factions that rule their kind. The Summer Court are not exactly allies, but they do let us be, most of the time. It's the other Fae, the Winter Court, that has spawned the dreaded Tuatha, a vicious clan of killers who wish to defeat and enslave all mortals. Are you playing a trick on me? I would hope so. We're going on 10 years of the mortals and the Tuatha locked in a deadly embrace. Normally, I'd decry the bloodshed, but this is a conflict that we cannot afford to lose. The Brothers of St. Odwig's are an odd sort, scurrying back and forth across the mission like squirrels gathering nuts. I wonder what goes on behind those closed doors.
I don't care what you race. It's a tragedy whenever anyone's savage like this. Just look at the poor creature. She's been beaten to the brink of death. The Fae may be strange, but they certainly don't deserve this. I've seen many bandit clans in the Crystal War and back home, but these men are a particular breed. They like their victims weak and bloody. The Red Legion has been a presence in the area for several weeks now. Our people are scared to show their faces after dark. Our fate rests in the hands of a few chosen who fight in the east. You wouldn't even know it in Gorhart. We're miles away from the smoke and the screams. We keep a precarious peace with the Court of Summer, one that's tested every day. But we're a good community full of good people. We have our eccentrics, sure, but we work hard and live quietly. That's the best anyone can do these days. Peaceful Fae make up the tribe known as the Court of Summer. They are led by a king in a faraway city, hidden from mortal eyes. That's about all I know. Little more than rumors and stories from my youth. I don't know what the Tuatha will be doing this far from the front line. They're a wicked breed, though, and I pity the man who meets up with them in these darkened forests. I've spent most of my life dealing with them, but they aren't like us. Not at the core. Gorhart has become a sort of refuge for those settlers who wish to live a life free of Fae. I don't see that lasting. Not with the war. I'm the Warden of Gorhart, and a poor one at that. I've been back from the war for only 6 months and been Warden for less than 2. Now here I am with an injured Fae on my doorstep. It appears she was attacked with some manner of short blade. Likely a dagger, although there's no way I can be sure. People simply stood by as she called for help. No one lifted a finger. I don't know whether we possess the knowledge to treat such a wound. Frankly, I don't even know if I could save a mortal with such grievous wounds. Well, you're the only one. With all the troubles we've suffered in this village, people are weary of adversity. They'd rather just ignore it. I'm going to suggest something a bit untraditional. There's a Fae named Eri. She's seek her wisdom. I would do it, but I am a coward. That's the truth. Perhaps a Fae will know how to heal a Fae. If not, then we're back. She spends her days in the precipice overlooking the village. She doesn't think we're aware of her presence, but we most certainly are. Bye now.
Welcome to Gorhart, the last settlement before the Feylands. How can I fill your pack today? The Alfar and the Tuatha have been at each other's throats for nearly a decade now. Some call it the Camp of Cowards, on account of it being... There's Nettie the Smith, and Nanny handles potions and remedies. The inn's across the way if you fancy a... You will find it settled on a small lake beside the Eastern Road. Compared to Gorhart, I refuse to speak of them. Please respect my wishes. I told you, I will say no more on this. The Fae are elemental creatures, magical and strange. None too. It's best that you stay out of the Eastern Forest. I've seen things you can't even imagine. The road is dark and dangerous. Me, widowed, going on 5 years now. All my boys were taken by the Tuatha. Both. Oh, I doubt it's an organized group. More likely that it's one scared. Goodbye.
Hello? I don't trust the Brothers of St. Odwig's. Why should I?
Are you here for a weapon? Going to earn a lord's favor in this ridiculous war? Troublesome creatures, the Alfar. No doubt this war is a result of their meddling in the affair. We here in Goreheart are far from the front, and deliberately so. Our hearts may be with the Alfar, but our bodies stay. We've seen our fair share of dead. The truth is, look around you. These are no mere woods. This is the heart of the Feylands. Once you enter the forest, you won't emerge again until you reach... I hear their warriors die as easily as any others, only they don't stay dead. That can be a problem during... I intended to pledge my sword to the Alfar, to fight the blasted Tuatha. Then I saw the carts headed west. They carried the corpses of the fallen, some all the way from Melsenshire. After that, the Fae are one with this land in ways that no mortal race could ever be. They are true creatures of mad. Leave the village, walk 50 paces in any direction, and you'll find a Fae. Pray it's a friendly one. It is an Alfar stronghold in the east. And if the reports from the front are to be believed, Melsenshire, I was raised to know weapons before anything else. You won't meet many women who could fashion arrow fletchings before they could... speak. So long.
Need something?
Tell Gisela if you see her husband.
Welcome.
I'm not accustomed to all of this excitement. What is this world coming to? My experience is limited to Arnik Arduna and Katrin Allway. I was a miller's love who became a miller's wife. Now I am the wife of a soldier. My duty is to hold vigil for my beloved. Truth be told, I know nothing of why the Tuatha are at war with the Alfar. Nor the Tuatha's madness infected the Winter Court. All Fae existed peacefully for centuries, until the Tuatha got involved. I'm hardly a scholar, but I can tell you what I know. There are two Fae factions, the gentle Court of Summer. As a child, we were told stories of their ancient rivalry. In the last few years, the Court of Winter has fallen, corrupted by a group of powerful Fae called the Tuatha. It's the Tuatha we fight, and the Tuatha we will defeat. I was born and raised right here in the village. Well, not in... It was a good life. Before the war, of course. It's my understanding that they were once members of the Court of Winter, and Fae like any other. I would think they were a myth if not for the Tuatha. Perhaps they view us as intruders in their lands. Perhaps they disapprove of our civilized ways. Perhaps... It's strange. Those old birds have been perched on the... I know so little about them. I don't... Farewell.
Welcome. I don't remember the last time I slept. The Red Legion has it. Believe me, the attack has me spooked. I'm not even a proper warden, just a volunteer. I'll stick to jail duty. At least there, the criminal... My cousin is Herc Adwald, the Village Warden. You might have met him. Herc asked me to move to Gorhart to help him keep the peace. I've only been here a few days, and look what I'm up against. Red Legion, Tuatha, and bodies lying in the road. I'm off to a grand start. Our guests aren't the wickedest breed you'll find in these forests, but they're Stay clear! That's an order! I wish I was fighting in the war.
Nothing to see back here. Just a man working for his pay. We in Gorhart like to stay focused on our business. Gorhart is an Elmain settlement, so you won't find too many Alfar here. They tend to stay close and rather not talk about it. My past is a murky place. If there was ever a reason to believe that Fae and Mort, the Alfar fight without any true knowledge of the enemy they face. I've seen this kind of conflict before and it never suits my needs just fine. It's remote, away from the shadows of the Crystal War. It's also the peace between mortals and the Fae is a passing one. They will always... Those fools in that mission on the hill are wasting their days. Creatures of such power do not worship gods. What do you know of the Red Legion? Whatever it is, forget it. You'll be safer, wiser, and better off in the end. Ignorance is bliss, my friend. Their goal is to convince the Fae of their folly. But you should speak with them if you haven't already. They are a sorry lot, and their numbers dwindle. Men force...
Enough of the oppression! Enough of the lies! Enough of the spiritual hoarding and claims of superiority! Mitharu does not... Whatever you do, avoid the monks of St. Odwig's Perpetual. They deal in lies and false tenets. It is the name I chose when I baptized myself in the clear waters of Mitharu. I have undergone the ordination rites and am as legitimate as any monk. If such creatures were not part of the authorities' plan, then they would not exist in nature, period. Mitharu's divine order governs all. She was wronged by someone in this village. That is an injustice I can understand. By its appearance, never make assumptions. You don't know. It is less a mission than a fortress of deception, a citadel. Father Dinwell will try to defend his cause, but he is simply a soldier, marching to the orders past. He would be a good man if he could see past the rigidity of his faith. Mitharu embraces all, not simply those that the church...
Sister Zelda hasn't let you
point.
guard down. How can the one who embraces everyone reject certain people simply because they're women?
What is the mission hiding? Why are its gates forever closed? These are the questions we all should be asking. The Fae are not...
The mission has locked its doors.
If only the Alfar would have taken me. I'd be on the front lines.
If you spy trouble, tell Herc Adwold.
I heard that one of the monks attacked...
Come in. Rest your boots by the fire, and drown your worries in a flagon of our... The lifestyle of a soldier did not suit me. Unlike many of my brethren, I wish to celebrate with others. Established 70 years ago by the great Alden Gorhart, Dida serves the finest ales, and upstairs you'll find Katrin the healer. Here's some advice. Don't you bother yourself with that. Gorhart is safe. Don't worry about that, my friend. There is no Red Legion. And if there was, it certainly wouldn't. We can offer you a place to rest and refresh yourself. Interested? We're here to serve. Stick around.
Well.
Pull up a stool, stranger. We don't have much, but what we have won't leave a hole in your... New to the area? There are two groups. The Loselfar are cool, slightly aloof. The Dockelfar, however, are... I must be honest, sometimes I forget who we are fighting. All I know is that the humans and I've worked here since I was a girl. Arnik runs an honest business, and Ugnar, if you need a healer's touch, Katrin works out of a room upstairs. She's Alfar, but I wouldn't hold that against her. It's as good a place as any, I guess. I worry more about Nanny Henry, the creepy old alchemist. Nothing of interest to tell. I'm just a simple farm girl from the plains of Erethel. I left home as a girl and travelled west. Found myself here in Gorhart. All I know is what I've heard from others. That would explain the beauty of these woods. I feel terrible about what happened to that girl. Gorhart used to be a nice little village. The mission. I will say this. It's a waste of good lads, that Order of Mitharu. Not many of vast rolling hills east of here near the coast. You should head that way if you wish to join the war. Bye.
Don't trust the monks.
Times are hard, but hard times can pay. If you have the sword and stomach for this sort of work, we could use another... That's me. War-sworn since before you've been drawing breath. And oath-blade. Peaceful enough, if it's peace and quiet you like. Trouble with bandits and rogues now and then. Easy now, stripling. Earn your way to Pledge Shield first. There's a war in the east. Some say they've seen Tuatha in these parts. Fool, they're unlike any fae you've ever seen. Red eyes to match their armor. And fae are folk, but not mortal folk. A name taken by some lot of scoundrels to glorify their thievery. A name breeds fear and doesn't die like... What have you been living under? We've been at war with the Tuatha for... Some may try to colour it with fancy words. You'll find those who have taken the oath are held in the highest respect all over Amalur. You could head straight to Shieldring Keep and pledge your sword. Might work, but a commendation from me would carry a lot of weight. To earn it, you must do something commendable. There are two bring me proof you've dealt with them. I'll pay in coin and my good word. We've had our eyes on those two for... They're both dangerous, but it may help to know Oscar We're fighters for hire. There are none better with steel, swinging it, or shaping. Osgar hides somewhere in the woods north of here. Bring me their Legion daggers, and I'll pay with coin. And a comment right then.
I'm so tired.
I am Katrin. Do you require my healing? The Gnome's Tower stands to the west, past Gorhart and beyond the ruins of Alistar Glade. However, no one should seek Alistar. I am unable to watch while others suffer. Too many mortals have fallen prey to the Tuatha, and I could not stomach it. So I left. There are many Almain villages just like this one, yearning for peace. The Almain were once different tribes that recently banded together to form an empire. I buried everything I was when I buried my family. This has been my home ever since my love was taken by the Tuatha. After such a loss, one craves quiet. But it seems that the war has fought. The forests of this region are one of the densest in. Those of us who live in the shadow of its canopy call Dalantarth the Feylands, because this is where magic is a natural wonder, no matter how you use it. The Tuatha are the exception. Find the fair folk if you wish to learn the ways of. You will find many Fey in Dalantarth. As it is, the glorious Alfar city to the east is where the forces of right gather to face the Tuatha. It is an enchanting place. I require a nominal fee only so I may eat and have a bed to call my own. Be careful out there.
If I have to listen to that Sister Zelda for one more minute...
Don't let your guard down.
What is the mission hiding? Why are its gates forever closed? These are the questions we all should be asked.
Welcome to St. Odwig's perpetual mission. I would invite you in, but although you have arrived just when I am in need of aid. The first bricks were laid 50 years ago by Odwig himself, before his demise. Alas, we have yet to convert a single one. The Fae are stubborn fools. They treat their souls like... I have been with the mission since its founding. These boys are like my sons. I live my... Frustrating that one, stubborn to the spirit. She claims to know the will of... If only she would be touched by the hand. We at St. Odwig's have worked for years. The call of the Feylands does not fall upon... 2 nights ago, Egan ventured past the walls to collect firewood and never returned. We must find... Mitharu be praised. Brother Egan was last seen northeast of here. Please find him. Perhaps then we can welcome you into the fold with... He's a good boy, but our youngest. And Egan often... I tried my best to comfort him and tell him that wisdom would come in. Egan was last seen in the woods outside... Bless you, child.
What is the mission hiding? Why are its gates forever closed? These are the questions we all should be asking. Help me to expose the mission for what it truly is. A prison of ideas in which they hope to keep us locked away forever. But I tell you, your mind must not be caged.
I don't know if what the Fae say about these stones is true, but if it is, well, this is just too good to not save forever. Lystrom was out of town when Artol was visiting. Now, Lystrom doesn't know Artol, and Artol is older and strange. She could be mistaken for a Fate Weaver. So, when Lystrom came back to town, here was Artol the Oracular. I said to Lystrom, I hear her readings are amazing. You should go. Oh my, you should have seen it. A rooster, she said, will change into a man, and this man will become your lover. He will provide for you, and he will make you laugh, and he will make your life exciting and easier. But, and this is something you can never forget, he must never eat chicken. And once in a while, he will need to peck at things on the ground, and every morning at the break of dawn, you'll hear a loud cry from him.
May your hollow gods keep you mortal. I am called Aerie. Your face is new to me. You're different from those in Gorhart. Have you come to ask about the Tuatha? I can offer only what I know, and hope it will suffice. I wandered the forest for many seasons, listening to lore. Before that, I dwelled in the gardens of Issa. I prefer the quiet. I cannot reveal much. The gardens are the jewel of the summer court, a wonder beheld. It is located far east of here in a wood so thick it would devour all but those who knew its secrets. Do not pursue such mysteries. I adore every sad soul in the village, even stubborn Herc with his tender heart, and drunken old Arnick. The widow fascinates me. I watch them from my perch, hoping to learn the meaning behind their pursuits and passions. If I could, I would grant each of them an eternity. We are kin to the seasons and cycles. Mortals may view the warmth of the petals and smell the beauty of a newborn bud. But I feel them near, flitting through the western woods like shafts of shadow in the sun. The Tuatha do not trouble themselves with easy prey. If they Feylands? Yes, I've heard these words before, but do not understand their meaning. I find them so interesting, from their vestments to their odd habits and demeanor. Strange creatures you are. Strange, but they contain memories, great moments. The Fae do not record their words in ink. Lore stones mark where our kind has made a lasting impression, where the seasons slowed to take note of glory. Yes, I witnessed this crime, although I did not recognize the one who The victim was Illuvia, but I knew her only by name. You must be hoping that I can offer advice, but I cannot. However, I would be quite... It will need to be powerful. Your delicate forms are far more sensitive than ours. In fact, perhaps your mortal apothecary can provide one. You can always create the potion yourself if you possess the skill. All of us are at the mercy of the changing season. If it is one's time to pass into the great cycle, then we must not protest. The passing is keeping with our farewell.
like loafers. Herc Adwald has more than his fair share of challenges, what with the Red Legion and Tuatha. I do not envy him.
You there! Do you feel nauseous? Itchy? Have you not? No, this situation could not be any worse. If the Red Legion is involved, then we could all be staring. Haven't you seen it? The grim tower to the west. Avoid its shadow. I have seen many conflicts on. The Tuatha will not settle for simple victory. They want I have seen the Tuatha will not settle for They are the Undying. Everything in Amalur exists for a particular reason, except for the Tuatha. They're not If you must know, my name is Nani Henry, formerly the chief When the scholars in the tower ordered me to leave the grounds, I took refuge here. The Almain are a private people, keen to keep to themselves, like me. Do you really think I'm able to part with anything? This is a place of research. There is no chariot. Bandits, ruthless and well organized. The Red Legion is long ago these villains confined themselves to the coast. But for years I dabbled in alchemy, healing, divination. Now I spend my sleepless nights in search of I'm sure I have a vial somewhere in this cottage, but I do not have the time to search for it. Why ask questions when you could never understand the answers? It's clear, if you must know, something of value has been stolen. An alchemical formula that, if released, only my apprentice, Karth, and I knew of my work on the formula, but he's gone missing as well. It was an early version, unstable and rife with potential dangers. My hope is to develop a weapon that the Alpha... To say more would be to reveal my secrets. All I can say is that it involves legions. His name was Karth Hilfred. I found him one morning outside my door, picking through the ember eyes. I was impressed how I've never seen one so eager to learn. I do not deserve such goodwill after what I've engineered. If disaster occurs in Odorath, it will be on my head. I'm not sure where Karth may have gone, but I knew that before he came to me. Once you've ensured Karth's safety, you must learn what's happened to my formula. When you do, destroy it. It's the only... The villagers believe it's haunted, but I have a feeling that's a ruse devised by the Red Legion. I fear for his life. Karth was gifted in a way that I've witnessed in only a select few. He always spoke of his time as a wastrel living in the abandoned halls of Agnor Farhall, the Arathi... Ruin. People say it's haunted, but people say many things. Goodbye.
Faye in Gorhart don't believe what they say. Nanny Henry never worked at the Alistar Tower. Behave.
have a secret to tell you. I am not sad. When I was a girl, my father used to tell me that when you grow old with someone, you tie your fates together and create a pattern that is part yours and part theirs. My father said that this is why when an old person dies, their partner is never far behind. But I do not feel that way. I feel free.
What you doing down here? Don't you know Agna Farhold is haunted by the spirit? So, are you foolish or just stupid? Not much is known about the fabled beings of Order. They abandoned this world long ago. I hope that by spreading tales of spirits and boogeymen, I'm skilled in alchemy, but it has never brought me riches or respect. The only way I will ever find glory in this life. She, like so many others in Goreheart, is prone to ignorance. She sees what she wants to see. I am her dutiful apprentice, and she is the wise mentor. Her whole life is a lie, she tells herself. They're very careful about whom they allow into their ranks, and they were resistant about mine. Her discovery will fetch a high price in Rathir, and could even decide this misbegotten war. Still, that is no concern of mine. I simply want to be one of the... Oh, I see. The Twisted Gnome has found herself a champion. How delightful. Nanny always was a fool. So immersed in her work that she failed to see the deception before her very eyes. At this very moment, they are moving crates of it eastward towards the city of Rathir, where they will fetch a hunt. Poor Nanny. So trusting, so It is time.
Sometimes this is too hard to believe. But you can accept the strangest fact that you were wrong. Yes, but that and this endless vacuity is horrible. The Ancient Ones were here. They delivered themselves into the world. The time-worn cycle turns with ages. The seasons drift along the stream. They wait for the past. The future brings the forming storm. This is no place for a home, for anyone.
Red Legion lads.
She bested Threng in combat fair, Finian cycles kept. The exploits of this maiden's role, a burdensome and heavy toll. She lived among the mortal clans and bargained with their kind. Throughout the town they stood in fear of the brilliant fighter near.
Greetings. I wonder if Katrin always healing.
Everyone in Gorhart is talking about the attacks. They say that the Red Legion is receding back into the shadows from whence they came. It is all thanks to you. You found the formula and destroyed it. Now, you may think you understand the impact of this act, but you truly do not. You are a friend to this village and to me, Nanny Henry. Take this. It is not much, but it gives you an idea of my gratitude. He seems so eager to aid me in my work that I've failed to pursue the proper references. Yes, I have only myself to blame for this catastrophe. How was I to know he was a scout and a thief? His interest in alchemy appeared genuine. Our friendship, was that too an act? Goodbye. You're welcome in my shop anytime, and please enjoy a discount on all services and merchandise. Do you really think I'm able to part with anything? This is a place of research. There is no... Oh, charity. Goodbye.
Need supplies? Try the corner shop.
Be careful in the forest.
What is it? You made it. Just in time, too. Give me the potion. It will help, but someone must go to the Fae and explain what happened here. One small misunderstanding and we'll no longer just be strangers to the Fae. We'll be enemies. She is a member of the House of Ballads, the legendary court of Fae heroes. They are warriors without equal. If one of their own was killed by a mortal, the House of Ballads and its king would bring a fierce vengeance upon us. Gorhart would be a ruin by day's end. You're turning out to be very helpful, my friend. You have my... Rumor says that the House of Ballads has its headquarters not far from here, in Glendara to the northeast. Try to gain entrance if you can. Once they fought the beasts of chaos, marching to glory through many victories. Now they're nothing more than hired blades. Anyone can earn their allegiance with a few pieces of gold. It's east of here, in the meadows of Yolvin. The Feylands are a wicked place, crawling with creatures. Farewell. What is it?
Greetings.
Kill the Krast brothers. Bring me their legion daggers as proof, and I'll be satisfied. Right then.
Welcome to Gorehart.
In the country of Niralim's embrace, the summer manifests as an immortal fae. You know her, him, it, as the resplendent warrior, or the ardent conqueror. You mortals named him King Issa. In the youth of your people's memory, you bore witness to Issa's exploits. He is your legend of might and eminence. Come, listen to a tale of Issa and Own, the Godstorm. The Withering War.
Ugh, finally. Someone that looks like they could stand up to a moderate breeze. There's need for an adventurer such as yourself. Me and a crew are mounting an expedition to a new land, south of here. Halleck's brainchild, if you can believe it. I don't share his optimism about the loot we'll find, but if we get only a fraction of it... The name's enough to put most explorers off. Bugger them, I say. Just less competition. Besides, what's in a name? I spent 2 years trying to make a fortune in a land called the Painted Orsks. Never did find out what an Orsk was. Made a living pillaging the ruins of old places like Talarain. Robbing the dead tastes better than stealing from the living. I'm a good enough thief. Never once been caught. Still have all my fingers, or didn't you notice? Well, I know there aren't much women way out here, but let's stop all the attention, shall we? It's a touch embarrassing. Ah, clever and strong, I see. It's as I said, we're going to the teeth of Naros, the land south of Dalentarth. If you want more information, seek Hellick Cross. He's leading us. We're camped beyond Ettenmere. Glad that's done with.
Two Legs, please help me. Other Two Legs are cruel. They will not help. No, I am.
A pack of Two Legs gave me this name. They hit me and drove me away, just for eating their
Hunters like me, Two Legs. Their blades are their teeth, and they fight for their kin. And this is good for the hunt, this wood of smell and shadow. As a Two Legs, I cannot stalk, cannot... I was cursed by 3 sprites. My brothers and sisters think me but another Two Legs now. But it is worse than that. Your Two-Leg life is unbearable. You believe me? Many think I am just another Two Legs. They are wrong. I still have wolf thoughts in my head. But Two-Leg bodies are so... The sprites are near. Even now I smell them. But I cannot fight in this form. Thank you, Two Legs. But the task will not be easy. Be warned. The sprites have much magic. For the well they got. Their pack is small.
But were I a wolf, they could not best me. The sprites guard the well, which is near the river to the north. It is a black pool. Hunt well. Oh. Yes? What could a mortal vagabond need with Casma and the... Speak! My time may be of the ages, but it is still precious. Father Dimwell and the others are fools, and their silly mission will wither and crumble. It sounds rather silly. I need a mage name for when I become all-powerful. What about Abner the Visionary, or Malik the Nefarious? I'm new to the Feylands. Until I joined the mission, I'd never even... I want to visit the gardens of Issa, to meet gnomes and Alfar, to live. The Order of Mitharu was a good way to leave home, but I want so much more. Mortal races have no lasting grasp on this world, and in time, the fair... They believe I have the potential to succeed. You see, they can't obtain what they desire, so they need someone more powerful to do it. Legend tells of the great Fey city hidden beneath the canopies of Dalantarth. I've never... Yes, I'm quite sure. Not a doubt in my mind. Wait, Father Dinwell sent you, didn't he? Old fool. His path to power was too plodding, and now he wishes to slow me down too. They are named Finna and Arbos, and they have sworn to share their secrets with me and to gift... In exchange, they want an ancient treasure buried in the caverns of Waterhall Down. I'll retrieve it, eventually, as soon as I... They are Fey twins, and they are beautiful, magical creatures. All they require of me is to fetch for them this relic. It's quite a bargain, believe me. Fine, if you want to be so noble, but don't expect any of the treasure. This is my key into a powerful new future. It is in the caves of Waterhall Down, a refuge for the wild Fey. It is called the Selkie Vale, and it's said to possess the power to transform its wearer into any form he wishes. I don't know much about the relic, only that it was supposedly... Armin is a good name. Not as good as Casmaran, though. See you later. If we're going to press on, then I'll ask you to stay close. I have no courage to speak of. Honest. Ask Father Dinwell. Local legend says that the great Fey mage Armin the Clever retreated to these, among them, the Selkie Vale. See you later. we're going to press on, then I'll ask you to stay close. Local among them, the Silk. Bye then. Watch out for wild fae. If we're going to press on, then I'll... Bye then. Glad I brought my sword. Soon I will be all-powerful. When I'm all-powerful, cave creatures will run from me in terror. Local legend says that the great Fey mage Armin, among them, the Selkie Vale. Goodbye now. If we're going to press on, then I'll ask you to stay close. Local legend, among them, the Selk. Bye then. Soon I will be all-powerful. my sword. When I'm all-powerful, cave creatures will run from me and goodbye now. Fears nothing. Arbos and Finna will be waiting. Come, their camp is not far. Finna and Arbos made their camp in the old Fey ruins north of the village, near my camp. Goodbye now.
What is this? A little Egan has made a friend? I have a feeling this is going to be a problem. A charming boy, but simple. My brother and I do prefer them witless and eager. He would have done so much more for us if not for you. Before the war, we plundered Rothir from within. We were so successful that the war swarm... Sadly, all good things must come to an end. With the arrival of so many wartime outlaws, we were forced to relocate. Legend states that the wearer of the veil will be granted strange abilities. Fey abilities. So, you can imagine... Obviously, Anyone who has ever glimpsed a Fae would know that. Unlike Little League, the Feylands are such fertile ground for games. The inhabitants are so oafish you can fill your pockets with hardly... Are you going to give us what's rightfully ours, or do we need to start a new game? My brother and I are always ready to play. Cursed, is it? Huh. It does look like you are well acquainted with misfortune. Keep the veil, then. There are other treasures to be had in the Feylands. Make certain our paths do not cross. Farewell!
I didn't know. How could I? Before I came to Goreheart, I'd never known anyone outside my immediate... You must think me a fool. And Father Dinwell. Goodbye now.
You'd best get baby Egan back to his bassinet. His mother will be well. Farewell, meddler.
It's not far. It's not far. Must we return to the mission? I crave adventure, although all of those things are quite frightening. Perhaps it is for the best. This new world is far more dangerous than I expected, and I haven't eaten. Goodbye now.
Great Mitharu, Egan has returned. As for you, you have done as I asked, and we here at St. Odwig's are forever. It is only by the grace of Mitharu that Egan has been returned to us. Explore the mission and introduce yourself to the brothers. They will be very pleased.
This can't be happening. Oh, I didn't see you come in. I never thought it would happen. They're coming. Even with everything else that filled the hunger, I was hoping to sate with wine, women. I'll admit it. My past is a tapestry of drunkenness and loose morals. The people here are kind, yet I was not always the pious man you see before you, but plunder could not sustain me. I wanted something. It's all here in Red's letter. He demands we satisfy the blood rite. 2 lives for 1. He'll let me go, but only if I do what I must. I only hope Ugnar works in Gorhart village. Itrin haunts the ruins near Haxi. When it's finished, take their daggers and bring them to Red Edward. He will demand proof. Take mine to start. Good luck, my friend. I fought under Red for years, yet I know nothing of him. I do know this. He will do. Ugnar could always be found by Red's side. Itrin, however, rivals only Red Edward in his bloodlust. They say it is a sacrament of the Red Legion. When you commit a crime, Ugnar works for the inn at Gorhart. Itrin has taken to calling himself the Shade, and robs travelers in Haxi. Mitharu is with you. Forgive me if I seem a little on edge. I keep expecting. Mitharu is with you.
Father Dinwell says I have a promising future here at the mission. My dishwashing is inspired. His words. I'm ashamed at how they used me. I was so ignorant, so greedy. I don't know what came over me. The twins put... Only Mitharu wields the power. Of course, I did like the name Kazmaran. Bye then.
glad you are well. The men and women of Gorehart are good people, but I tend not to socialize with them. Their concerns are their lies and accusations border on heresy. That one better watch her words, lest they coil back to bite her in the throat. Mitharu has led us to this hilltop for a reason. These poor creatures crave order. Look around you. This whole forest is a shrine to nature. His curiosity got the best of him, and we almost lost him. This mission was founded to aid all those seeking Mitharu's divine order. There are others. He is the authority, the great creator, the being of supreme order. Oh, goodbye.
Have you come to protest the mission as well? The news has spread to St. Odwig's cannot resist much longer. And once it relents, all others will follow in its way. Father Dinwell is denying that women can be ordained as members of the Order of Mitharu, despite... I know that they've got the proof in their reliquary, an ancient ordination tome, but they've never let... All are welcome into Mitharu's embrace. Ha! The hypocrites! Don't commit any crimes on my account. Of course, if Mitharu compels you to see justice done, then I won't stand in your way. The Brothers of St. Odwig's perpetual mission keep the valuable tome in their reliquary, but no one out...
Make it quick, I've got work to do. Can't pay my debts with firewood, not in Gorehart. I knew it was only a matter of time, and I'm not surprised. Delph will do anything to save his own hide, but hiring a sword to do his bloody work... If you want to collect my dagger, you'll have to fight me for it. Steel for steel. I used to be quite the scrapper. Didn't Delph tell you that? You're right. I've spent years trying to bury my past, hoping to wash away my sins with an honest day's work. If I took the blood right, Red would owe me once more. Take my dagger, tell him I'm dead, for the Agnar Odgrey you once knew is truly gone. Wise up, my friend.